Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. And when last we left off, we had a plan so cunning that it couldn't be mentioned until now. And it involves two of the few things that we haven't yet interacted with on this screen. Namely, the cat and the bell. Let's try the bell first and see what happens. I have a theory, though. Let's wait. There we go. The ball bounces everywhere when that happens, and it actually hits this a little. That's interesting. What about if we actually interact with the cat? Okay, the cat moves over to there, over by the thing that will get hit and move if we
As I didn't see the point of going all the way over there to get scratched, I stayed where I was.
So if we have both happen at the same time, the door will open while the cat is there, and the cat will get hit by the pendulum. I'm not quite sure what this will do, but it's something that I think will actually happen, so let's try it. Timing is impeccable. And now we wait. Yep, that indeed did something. It knocked over the statue.
The fall hadn't done the statuette much good. It had lost its arms and gotten pretty chipped.
Well, we might as well take it, I suppose. It doesn't seem like the stall owner is, or even the person minding the stall is going to really care.
I didn't see the need for an old Newton's cradle toy. It's probably still there if anybody wants it.
So, let's have a conversation, shall we? Let's talk about a few things that have probably come up now. Hello.
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
Well, we do have conversation topics. Hello. Let's, me apparently greeting the conversation topics. How are you, conversation topics? Are you well? Let's actually just talk about them, shall we? Firstly, this one.
What happened to your ball, Nijo?
I regret to say that it has been confiscated by my father.
Oh, Nijo, I'm sorry.
Not to worry, sir. Soon he will forget why he has the ball and put it on the stand, at which point I shall recover it.
I'm sorry about the statuette being broken as well.
Again, do not fret, sir. It has been on the shelf for a long time. As merchandise, it did not have legs.
Now it hasn't got any arms either.
Very droll, sir.
But also, quite on point.
That's not a very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. It just rests where it pleases. And today, it pleases to rest there. As Kipling would say, it is a cat that walks by itself.
Fiercely independent.
And it smells.
Well, let's talk on the final topic here, which you imagine is his father.
Is that your father lurking in the back of the stand?
He is indeed a roaring fellow. Ayub's his name.
You don't sound like you respect him very much.
Don't I? Not only do I respect him, I rather like him. For all his bluster, we get on very well.
Ah, fair enough. Let's talk about the statue, shall we?
May I have this statuette? It is broken after all.
Certainly. And when my father deals with that feline for breaking it, you can have a Davy Crockett hat as well.
I think we'll skip on the hat and just keep the statuette.
See you around, Nijo.
Ta-ta for now, sir.
It probably doesn't look very old or particularly valuable.
The statuette looked pretty sorry for itself after its fall. Chipped with both arms broken off.
Pretty sure we're not going to be able to do anything with that, but we could try and fix it. Maybe with the plaster. Let's give it a go, shall we? Nope.
Maybe not.
Doesn't seem to work. We do have something else we could... Oh, is this going to be the first time that we use the grease paint on something? I think it is. Maybe the grease paint will be able to fix up the statue. It's worth a try. Let's go.
The plaster seemed to soak up the grease paint until it began to look like stone.
Ah!
The grease paint had worked magic. Now it looked like aged marble instead of cheap plaster.
But it is still cheap plaster. Let's show our enterprising fellow here what we've done.
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
Maybe it'll give him a few pointers.
What do you think of that?
Remarkable. It seems older, much older. Quite remarkable.
Ah, excellent.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle pip, sir.
I'm going to be very sad when I'm not going to be able to have conversations with you anymore. You're one of the best characters I've met so far in the game. I know someone who might want a really old thing from this area, or something that appears to be from this area, and that's Pearl.
Hello again, Pearl.
Hello.
Why, hello, George. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
You just have to wait there for the animation to stop before the conversation could start.
What do you think of this fine piece of ancient statuary?
Oh, Matt, that's just what I've been looking for.
Would you like it?
Would I ever? I'm not carrying the money, though. If you go and find Dwayne, he'll pay you for it. If he gives you any trouble, just tell him that I want it.
Fair enough.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
Excellent. Let's go and talk to him.
Hi there, Dwayne.
Hi there, George. How can I help you, young fella?
This is going to be a little awkward if we have to hand over the statuette from this distance, but hey, maybe it'll work.
What do you think of this?
Good gravy. Looks old.
Yeah, I had to turn this town upside down.
Boy, your luck's better than ours. Looks Roman.
I wouldn't know.
What'll they say back home? How much do you want, George?
Oh, I couldn't. It's the find of a lifetime. I mean,
$50. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it. Here you go.
Yeah.
And here you go.
Yeah, that doesn't look that great from that distance. Yeah, how did you actually do that? With the power of George's teleportation magic, the statuette entered Dwayne's hands.
Thanks for the money, Dwayne. This'll come in real handy.
I ought to be thanking you for finding this Roman statuette.
It's not Roman, but hey, believe what you will.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
And let's talk to Pearl about the money.
Hello again, Pearl.
Hello.
Why, hello, George. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
Sometimes it's worth talking to a character purely to hear the reaction for one new item, as I imagine they've most certainly done some... basically that they've accommodated for the fact that you would have this money, that you would talk to Pearl again about it.
Here's the money Dwayne gave me for the statuette.
Only $50. Oh, I hope you don't feel cheated.
No. I just hope you're happy with it.
Yep, indeed. They have indeed accommodated for that.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
Didn't we actually talk to Nijo here about the toilet keys? I think we should talk to Nijo about the toilet keys. I don't think we actually talked about the towel either. Let's talk about all of these things. A good plan.
Hi, Nijo.
Hello.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
What do you have to say about these fine items?
What does this toilet chain mean to you?
Are you building a bathroom in easy installments?
Nope, no we're not.
I borrowed this from the Club Alamat.
How nice for you.
Indeed. What about the keys?
Do you recognize these keys?
No,
They're to a toilet.
thank you for sharing that with me.
I'm grinning at that because that is a fantastic pause there in the dialogue. And let's talk about the money.
Hey, I got $50 out of those tourists.
Congratulations, sir. Tell me, how did you do it?
Well, basically, I sold them something that they thought was an antique.
And it wasn't?
Remember that plaster statuette that the cat broke?
Oh, sir.
I didn't rip them off for my own gain. There's more to all this than I can explain right now. And might I also remind you that you risked my neck for a red ball?
Ah, well, yes. In that case, congratulations again, sir.
Thank you.
No problem. let's go, shall we?
See you around, Nijo.
Ta-ta for now, sir.
I'm concerned that I'm never going to encounter that character again, and that is a saddening thought. There is also this vehicle back here. We can't really interact with it. It looks like an army truck. An old army truck. So, let's go. For now, we have exactly the amount of money that Ultar wanted for his taxi. And I hope that is not in fact the taxi. Also, I know this character's really not going to care about the $50. Then again, this character might care about the $50. But you can't actually get access to... well, you can't get the $50 without getting access to this area as it is. So... or maybe you can. No, I think you can. No, completely and totally forget what I just said. I think you can get the $50 without going up here. So maybe you could use the $50 on him to get through, but I'm pretty sure that would render the game quite unwinnable. So I doubt he'll actually accept it. Hello, Ultar.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
Well, let's talk about the money.
Look, Ultar, $50 US.
A splendid sum. Exactly sufficient for an exciting air-conditioned trip to the Bull's Head. What say you, oh adventurous one?
Well, I don't think we're going to progress the game without going and traveling to the Bull's Head, so yes, let's go.
Okay, it's a deal. Here's the cash.
There we go.
Ah, most splendid. As you say, the cash price moolah is correct. Mister, we make with haste.
Where exactly is your taxi? Because the only vehicle I can see around here is an aging army surplus truck.
Yes?
Ah, okay. I'll be along in a minute.
He doesn't seem that happy about the prospect of driving in that. Let's go.
It didn't seem right to take off with the toilet keys, so I left them on the bar.
Yep, that's a good plan. But you left off with the towel, though. And off we go.
Hello again, Ultar.
His most splendid and adventurous client.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
That's your taxi?
Oh yes, most assuredly. Most entirely splendid taxi in all Marib.
It looks like an old army truck to me.
Bah! You Americans with your checkerboard caps and your Judd Hershes. You have lost sight of what a taxi should truly be.
About 4 tons by the look of it.
There, you have hit the nail in the nutshell.
Okay already, let's go.
Regrettably not, most esteemed pair. There is a minor problem of a tiny nature. The fan belt has taken it upon itself to break.
So, what are you gonna do?
What can I do? I must wait for a ride to the garage for a replacement.
How long is that gonna take?
1 day, maybe 6.
I can't wait that long. We gotta get moving.
But how, my friend?
I'll think of something.
We need something that's very much like a belt. We have something that's very much like a belt. We have this towel. But surely a towel... Well, I suppose Ultar may be able to make it work. Worth a shot.
Is this any use to you?
My friend, the very thing, yes.
Well, off he goes, fixing it.
Ultar took the towel from me, cut it in 2 lengthways, and gave me half back. With his half, he did the kind of fan belt replacement that's normally done with stockings.
Now, if I knot the ends together, so... Serviceable, yes? Very serviceable indeed.
Stockings might work on a Bentley, but on a truck, the coarse toweling did the job nicely.
Come along, my friend. You want to see the Bull's Head? Yes?
Well, let's go. To progress the plot. Adventure! But it works. I dare say that we have arrived at the bull's head. And it did indeed look like a bull's head. How very apt. There isn't much we can look... Oh, there's something we can grab, and there's something we can use. Well, let's look at the grab first.
A young tree grew at the edge of the drop.
Well, there's only 2 items we could get here. One of them is a stick, and the other is some leaves. And I doubt we're going to take some leaves, but then again, I could be wrong. Yep, just fit those in that pocket that can absolutely fit everything. Just put it next to the manhole cover tool. I'm sure it'll fit along just fine.
The stick I'd broken off was surprisingly hard and inflexible.
That is an oddly specific statement.
Centuries of hot days and cold nights had opened a crack in the cliff edge, deep into the living rock.
Maybe we could shimmy our way down to the lower level? It's worth a shot. No. George cannot do that, but we do have some towel left.
It was the roller towel from the club washroom, now cut in half along its length by Ultar.
I have an idea. It's a crazy idea, but it's an idea. We could make a kind of rope. We could use the towel and the stick together, and with that, make some sort of rope with something to stick somewhere. There must be somewhere we could stick it. Well, let's see if they'll combine first.
With a flourish, I tied the end of the towel to the stick with a textbook reef knot.
Excellent! There's also a lot more towel there than I at first thought.
I was now in possession of the patented Stobart stick towel. If I could only think of a use for it.
I can think of one use for it, and that is to use it here. Well, so we can't go back. I don't think the game's going to let us go back at this point.
I could see that crack would make a good anchor point.
Excellent. This could work. There's a lot of towel there.
Centuries of hot days and cold... Deep in...
I thought there'd be a different description there, based on the that being there. But hey, let's go down.
Well, that looked really safe. But I had no choice. I hadn't anticipated going mountaineering when I'd come to Syria.
No, I don't think anyone would. Unless you were specifically going mountaineering. Can we go back up?
There was absolutely no way that I was going up that thing again until I'd found why Klausner had wanted to come out here.
Okay, fair enough. Let's go. There's a little more of the screen over here, I think. Yep, to an absolutely... We could just go off the edge. Okay, let's see what happens.
I got that, go on, jump, it'll be fun feeling you sometimes get at the cliff edge. If I managed to land on the truck without hitting a support, I might even survive it. If I'd been a little bit younger and a whole bunch more stupid, I might have gone for it.
But we're not gonna go for it. Also, there's a hole here. Let's have a look at this hole.
Close up, the niche looked somehow artificial.
Is it artificial? It could be the fact that there's a very obvious seam there in the walls, the natural walls of the monument here. The natural structure.
I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in there. But there was something in there. A metal ring. As wide as my hand.
Nothing for it then. Time to use it.
I took a firm hold of the ring. And pulled. Whoa there!
Aha! Excellent. Let's go in. Can we look at it?
A secret door. All I needed now was Vincent Price to loom up out of the dark for my day to be complete.
Doubt that's going to happen. Let's move on. Ah, this place has definitely worked. Let's move in. There's an item.
Around the corner, I found the corpse.
Oh dear.
Oh my God. Klausner? Large as life and twice as dead. I'd hardly had time to accept the fact when I heard the door mechanism start up again.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, no! The door had slammed shut, trapping me. I had a bad feeling about how Klausner had died.
Oh dear. Well, this situation couldn't get much worse. Hopefully we'll find a way out that Klausner couldn't. Something about how Klausner's dressed is familiar. Nah, I'm sure it's just my imagination playing up. So, when we come back, folks, we have to get out of here. Somehow. I'm sure we'll figure it out. So, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later. Hey, Klausner, have you ever seen Miss Greasepaint? No? No, I didn't think you had. Later.